All right, I'd like to show you now a report here and want you to tell me what it is. Do you recognize that?
Yeah.
Tell us about it.
It's an inspection report for an extruder feed screw.
Yes.
It's one I did.
What does this inspection report tell the reader of the report?
It tells them all about the screw, how big it is, and
yes, I understand. How do you know that this is your report?
I recognize my writing.
Mm-hmm.
And
you can turn around and
my name's in the back.
What year is it?
October the 8th, 1980.
Yes. 8 years ago. How would you have why would you have written such a report? Is this in connection with
My job.
your job? Where was your job at that time?
Brampton Engineering.
What did you do there? I'll take that back.
Inspected feed screws, I guess.
Yeah. Why do you say you guess? Don't you remember?
No, I remember, but
You do remember. Did you work in an office or in the factory?
in a factory.
Earlier we asked you to imagine the CN Tower, and you could imagine it pretty well. Can you imagine the surroundings at Brampton Engineering?
I think so.
Can you describe it?
It's a big two-story building. And that's about all I can imagine.
When you imagine it, where do you stand? Do you stand outside or inside the building when you imagine it in your mind's eye?
Outside in the back parking lot.
Why would you see it from that point of view?
That's probably the entrance I used.
You say probably. You don't know for sure?
No, that's the entrance I used.
Do you remember any co-workers from Brampton Engineering, any close buddies, people that you would be side by side every day?
Not offhand.
Not a single name comes to mind?
John Rout, but he was an old fella that he was almost my boss, I guess.
There was one young man about your age that you saw every day. You shared an office with him. He did the same thing as you did. Remember him?
Chris Amell.
Yes, very good. I'll show you another picture here and ask you to tell me what it is. You recognize this thing?
It's an extruder.
An extruder. Can you tell us about some of the parts? Where would a feed screw go in there?
The feed screw would, well, it's the blower, I guess, for the extruder. It fits on the extruder.
Mm-hmm. Do you recognize this picture? Why do you smile?
Oh, it's got me in the picture, but I don't recognize it.
Comes as a sort of a surprise.
Yeah.
Somebody must have taken it on the sly. Perhaps. Interesting, huh?
Yeah.
All right. I asked you whether you know what the word stellite means. Do you know what stellite is?
It's a type of metal.
And I also asked you what spiral mandrel is. Spiral mandrel.
It's part of an extruder.
Part of an extruder. All right, very good.